Hey, this is Tim here. I hope you're doing well. What are we on now? We're on. I think we're on video number 8. But I'll tell you what I'm going to do is I'm going to skip this. I'm in no mood to do an isometric. This is very similar to the previous two. You should have no trouble doing this problem, but you should do it anyway. Um, but I'm not going to make a video on it. I'm going to move on to this example here, number 9. Um, we're going to draw the circle. I'm going to draw one complete chair, and then I'm going to polar or circular array this around this point. So let's just give this a lash. What's the first thing? 4 inches. I need a 4-inch and I need a 1-inch circle. Okay, so let's go new sheet sets, manufacturing imperial. That's the one we've been using. And I'll go into model. And let's turn on the old grid. Let's make sure polar tracking is on, and let's turn on the old snap. Here we go. I'm going to get myself a circle, and my center point is going to be 0, 0. And I'm going to make this D for diameter. The first one will be 4 inches. Let's get a second one. I'm kind of hovering over the outside of the circle to get this here. Hold on a second. D for diameter, and I'm going to go 1. I'm going to right click on my UCS and turn it off. So let's go back here for a sec. And it looks like we have a hidden line here, which is just 6 inches. That's 1 foot, not 4 inches. That's 4 feet. That's what it is. Okay, we got to fix this. Let's try that again. Bit of a cock up. 0, 0. Alright. What is the diameter? Let's go D for diameter. Right, we're going to go 4 feet. And I'm using the button, the keyboard button that's right beside the enter key, and I have one inverted comma. Press enter. Oh, it doesn't like that. I'm going to type in the word units, and I'm going to put in. Should I go architectural? I want inches and feet, so I'll just go inches here for a second, and I'll go OK. So let's try that. Circle 0, 0. Right. Specify D for diameter. I'm going to put in 4 feet, and that worked. So what did I have to do there? I had to go into units and change them to architectural. I'm going to get myself another circle. Lock it in there. D for diameter, 1 foot. And I'm going to get a layer called hidden. And we'll make this, what's going on here? Hidden. Load. Here we go. Double click on it will make it our current layer. Maybe not. What happened there now? Layer 1. Let's try that again. Hidden. There we go. Okay, D for diameter, and then 6, and I'm hitting the shift key, inches. Lovely. Now we're talking. Okay, let's go to layer and let's create a construction layer. I'm going to make it continuous. I'm going to make it yellow. Close this down. Okay. Okay, now these guys are kind of touching, aren't they? That's 1 foot, 4 inches. So from here, oh man, I have to do some maths in my head. It's definitely 2 feet to this point. 1 foot 4 inches, that's 16 inches. So it's 2 feet, that's 16 inches. So that's 8 inches. So it's 2 feet, 8 inches to get from there to there. So I have half of that, which is 2 foot. This is a total of 16 inches, which is 8 inches. 2 feet, 8 inches. So, get myself a circle. I'm going to go D for diameter. And it's, what is it, 2 feet. Screw. Hold on a second, here we go. D for diameter. No, it's radius is what I'm doing. It's the radius I need, not the diameter. Okay, let's try that again. Let's leave it at radius. We're going to have 2 feet, 8 inches. Okay. 2 feet, 8 inches. Okay. And we're going to have 1 foot 4 inches for the circle. So let's put this on our main layer. And I'm going to come over here to quadrant and turn those on. Now, bear with me for a sec. That's the diameter. D for diameter. 1 foot 4 inches. So I have 1 foot 4 inches. If that's been a real pain and it's not working for you, you can also put in 16 inches. So there's that. And I'm going to go to construction. And let's get the position of the arms. Now, they're going to be on, it looks like they're touching as well. So I'm going to do something like this. And I think they're in this, okay, 1 foot. So, right, let's do this. Okay, I'm getting a construction line. Now I've been a pain. Huh. Let's try this again. Construction line. See, this is, yeah. It's acting very strange. What's wrong here? Is my, do I have a snap on? Off. Let's try that again. Weird. Polar tracking is on. What happens if I turn this off? What's going on with this? Alright, yeah, my mind is drawing a blank here. Why now, if I turn off this 0 layer, no, that's not, we don't want to do that. Construction 1, what's going on? Construction line. I feel like the snap is still on. Well, that seems to be working better now. Snap. Off. Okay. So we got this, and it's 1 foot is the length of the armrest. So I'm going to offset. It's 1 foot, so it's excuse me, 6 inches to there and to there. Now, what's the width of it? It looks like it's a thickness of 2 inches. So I'll offset this 2 inches, 2 inches to there, and I'll get myself on the 0 layer. I'll get myself a rectangle. There we go. Okay, I got that. We have to put fillets on that, little fillets. I feel like they're like just a half an inch. So let's put them in. fillet, R for radius, 0.5, 1, 2, I hit up, enter, 1, 2, you can do multiple if you want to, up, enter, 2, up, enter. Okay, now let's go back here and we have, drawing one of these chairs is a real pain. This is why we're going to array it. Now we have a 90 degrees here, so let's turn on our construction one. Let's just get rid of this guy for the time being, and we need 90 degrees 45 construction line from there on the wrong layer. A for angle, minus 45. Now what's this guy going to be? 245, 270 minus, is it going to be 270? Could be just 45. Specify through point, A for angle. Let's try that again. We click here, I hit, no, let's try that again. A for angle, 45, and then I lock it in. Right, now if I go and I put a dimension on here, let's just draw a line. Something doesn't look quite right there. If I draw a line there, and I draw a line there, I should get 90 degrees between those two. From there to there. And I'm getting 86 degrees. See, yeah, something not right there. Okay. Alright, let's do this then and find out which one it is. So we just put this line in, and I'll get a dimension between here and here. That's 41. And then from there to there is 45. Okay, why did I know that? I was wondering why aren't these two lines lining up here? There's a gap here. Something's not right there. So let's delete him. And construction, A for angular, minus 45. That's better. Okay, I think that looks good now. Okay, what's next? Alright, we need this backrest. Now one of them is radius 9 and one's radius 11. Okay. So circle, 9 inches, lovely, and circle, R for radius, we'll just go 11 inches, very nice. And then I'm going to draw a line between this point and this point and this point and that point. So I'm going to trim. Let's turn off the construction one, and I'll trim. I'll press enter, and I'm going to go there to there, there to there, and then I'm pressing escape a couple of times, and I'm just going to delete these a bit. I don't need to keep trimming them. We got our backrest. Now let's have a look and see. I think that's right. Now I'm going to turn back on construction one, and look, I don't need to do that actually. I'm going to go to mirror. I'm going to highlight all of this, press enter, and my first mirror point, I don't need a line there, is I'm going to select this guy. My second one is going to be this, and you can see what it's doing. You can see there's, yeah, I wait until it locks on, boom, and I messed it up. Let's try it again. Mirror. I want to do this. No, not that line. From there to there, press enter. 1, 2. Erase source objects. No. Now I haven't really taught you anything new there. This is where the action is. I drop down array and I go to polar array. How many chairs? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It says the command line says select objects. I click here to there. Am I done selecting objects? Yes. I press enter. What is the center point of the array? It's this guy right here. Make sure you have your object snap turned on. How did it know that? Now that's pretty smart. There we go. It's up here. We have 6 items. The fill angle is 360. Look, that's it. It does all the work now. That's pretty smart. I haven't used AutoCAD in a while, so that was it. You could have changed those numbers there and it would have updated. Now, I'll come in here. Okay, so that's a nice little table setup we have. I would save your work. Now, what part is this? We're going to say example 9, AutoCAD, example 9. And let's go to, now we need to put some dimensions on this. New layer. Let's make it green. All right, okay. Oh, forgive me. It's been a long St. Patrick's weekend. Now, when I put this dimension on, I want to see 1 foot. And I think it's going to work. But we'll see. If I go from there to there, I get nothing. I get, oh, this is going to be good. I get 12 inches, that's it. And my arrows are tiny. And my space is all messed up. So my scale and my dimensions is all messed up. And what I want to do, so we're going to have to change this. Where do we go? We go into dimension style. And I go to modify. The first thing I want to do is I want this to be in feet and inches. So the first thing I think we need to do is I think we need to change this to be architectural. 1 foot, okay, precision, and then now measurement scale. Let's go okay, and let's see whether that's anything. So that says 1 foot, which is what we want. Now I know there's, well, you know, I'm pretty sure there's a setting somewhere that we can set the scale of all the dimensions, the measurement scale. I don't think it's that. If we go to fit, scale for dimensions feature, use over scale dimensions to layout. What happens if I click on that? Nothing. We need to make the numbers bigger, we need to make the arrows bigger, and we need to make this little gap a little bit bigger. So let me see, can I find this? Where's that? Lines. Arrow sizes. Text. Fraction. Okay. I'm gonna have to make this a bit bigger. I'm gonna make this. We don't want to make that 1 foot. We want to make that maybe 2 inches in height. We're just gonna have to change it all. That's okay. Oh, that's too big. Let's go back. Modify. 2 inches is a bit much. Make it 1 inch. Alright, and then we're going to go into arrows. The arrow size is going to be 1 inch. We can always make that smaller. We need to go into lines. We want to go, now I don't know, extend beyond dimension lines. No, we don't want that. I'm guessing it's this baseline baseline spacing. I'm going to make that 1 inch as well. And we'll just go OK and OK. That's they're still a bit small. I wish I could. I don't like how they're so close. That's still too small. All right, let's go back in here. Modify text height. Let's make this 1.5. Fraction height scale. Offset from dimension line. Yeah, we can. That's something else. I know that's different. Arrow size. We'll make this 1.5. Now, where is the extension lines? Extend beyond ticks. Baseline spacing. Extension lines. Here we go. Extend beyond offset from origin. Extension lines. Offset from origin. Extend beyond. That's different. I'll make this a bit bigger then. Okay, that did change something. That's 1 inch. Okay, we need to also make these extension lines come up a little bit. So modify, extend beyond. Let's make this 1 inch. Let's make this number bigger. Ah, yeah. There you go. All right, that's that. Okay. So I'm gonna go. Let's radius 11 inches, 9 inches, 1 foot 4. Look at this fancy. Telling you. We'll get the fillet going there. Radius a half an inch. Got all that. Come over this side. 4 foot. 1 foot. 6 inches. We need. Alright, I'm going to get annotate, center mark. If I go from there to there, I'm going 90 degrees. That's good. What else do we have? We've got the 90 degrees. Yeah, we need the 2 inches from there to there. Lovely. We've got the 2 inches. So I think that's everything. Those dimensions seem a little bit small still, but okay. I'm going to go to title block. I go to layout, rectangular. I press enter. Right, let's go back. Let's delete the viewport again like I do every single time. Let's go back to model. Let's turn off the grid. Let's go back to the title block, layout, rectangular, press enter. And I'm going to double click. I'm in model space now. Let's get the zoom window. Too much. Oh, it's just too. Let's try it again. Zoom window. Lovely. I hit model to get out of here. And alright, let's fill this out for once. That's pretty good. Double click here to drawn. That's good. Sheet name. What do we call? We call this AutoCAD lesson. Are we in 8 or 9? We'll just go by the number. This is no AutoCAD. We'll go example 9. Alright. Issued by, approved, drawing, activity. Now if we go in here, drawn, check. Where'd you put your name? what is that? Design activity. There it is there, okay. And Arundel CC. You can fill in the rest of it, contract number, check, whatever you want. Look, that's it. That wasn't too hard. That's example number 9. I'm going to move on to example number 10 later. I'll do that in the next video, and then we just keep on rolling through it. Okay, so hopefully, what did we cover there? We just covered the polar array, and we covered changing the units and controlling how the dimensions look. So that's it. Take it easy, and I'll see you in the next video.